imagine how Peter felt? Oh my God, I'm sitting here in front of these people from China, and oh my God, could you imagine the pressure that was on his life? But can you just see the miraculous mighty works of Jesus, the miraculous mighty works of his heavenly Father? Can you just see 3,000 people beginning to receive God in every nation, in a diverse format, not one nation, not two nations, but hundreds of nations, 3,000 souls to God. Your first time preaching a sermon. Jesus. Wow. I preach my butt off every week. Can't get but like 5 of y'all sometimes. What's going on? Peter, can you send me a Peter anointing in this season, Jesus? Jesus. 1 week, man, you had a mega church in one sermon. I'm working every week, Jesus. 52 sermons a year. And Bible study now. Can I get 3,000, Jesus? And not 100. We getting there. I'm almost done. I promise my last point coming. Man, listen, God, look at somebody say, God never intended.
God never intended
for you to be in bondage.
For you to be in bondage.
Even this, 2 Corinthians 3:17 says, now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. You are free wherever God's Spirit rests. You are free, but free not only just from the stress and the fear, but you're free from the sin nature of your humanistic body. You're free where the Spirit of the Lord is. When you receive the Spirit of the Lord in your life, you are free. That's why freedom is a choice. God will never make you choose freedom. Freedom is always going to look like a choice. You got to make the decision to go in the direction of freedom. You can't just walk to freedom. You got to decide that I'm going to be free. It says, choose ye this day who you will serve. And then it says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. God, there had to be a decision made for freedom. Freedom is always going to come in the form of a choice. You'll be able to say, I can stay in the fire, I can walk out this exit door, and I can be free. There's somebody right now that's afraid, that's just hanging out in the fire. I did this Wednesday. Somebody just hanging out over here where it's burning up at. Oh, yeah. It's fire. It's all blazing, man. It's blazing. Y'all can put fire on the screen if y'all want to. It's blazing. And freedom is right there at that door, but someone's just standing right here. And God said, you ain't in assignment. You can go when you're ready. You can leave when you want to. But we just standing there. God says, you got to choose to be free. Somebody say, I'm choosing today to be free. No more chains holding me. No more chains. Romans 8:15, it says, the spirit you receive does not make you slaves so that you live in fear. The spirit that you receive does not make you slaves that you live in fear. It sets you free, but the Spirit of the Lord is there. Liberty. He who the Son sets free is free indeed. Now I need somebody to receive that on today.
I receive it.
Man, listen, when you belong to Jesus, you no longer have to be ruled by fear. You no longer have to be bound to your anxieties, your worries. God says, I've got all that covered. He said, matter of fact, the word even promises that for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind. Sound mind, that means a mind that can make good decisions. Deciding to be free. I did not give you the spirit of fear. Matter of fact, the opposite of fear is freedom. I'm done. I don't like to preach all day. 3 adjustments that lead to change. I'm going to say this: behavior, environment, and belief. Change does not happen with behavior only. It helps to change the environment. I spoke to somebody else, man. Listen, if you want God to set you free, you got to change your surroundings. You want to remove certain bondages off of your life, the alcoholism. Come on, somebody. We live in a perverted environment. We've got to get away from that if we want to be free, man. We've got to get free. We've got to get out of the bondage of these drugs and this anxiety and this homosexuality, all these things we struggle. We've got to get away from the format of it. We've got to get out of the nature of it. You want to be free, you got to change your surroundings, baby. You got to get away from people that don't know how to dream big. You telling people your dreams and they stepping on top of them, talking about you can't do it. Listen to me. You better connect yourself with some people that's climbing up a ladder, that's trusting God to elevate them in this next season, that's taking them past their worry and their fear and taking them straight to their promise and their freedom. Change your environment. Listen, if you want to lose weight, boy, you better stop stopping at McDonald's. I'm just trying to help somebody. I'm talking to myself. Preach to the choir. Preach to the preacher. Listen, if you want to read more, you better buy you some books. You better set them up in a bookshelf and get you a reading corner in your room and fix your environment, because most of us won't even read because we don't have a conducive environment to read in. We go home, cook, and sit down on sofa and watch Netflix. Man, we ain't got a reading environment. How are we going to grow? How are we going to feed our mind? How are we going to learn new ideas? Get a consistent workout plan. If you want to work out and lose weight, you better get your membership in the gym. Man, we ain't going outside. Don't act like y'all going outside and running up the hill at the house. Y'all ain't going to the lake and back. Y'all know it. Don't lie to yourself. I done lied to myself all week long. I don't need no membership. I'm going to run to the lake, come back. Yeah, right. You know good well you ain't going to do that. Get you a membership. I'm done. I promise I'm done. Change your environment, man. Change the environment. Change the environment and watch everything else change. Watch your freedom. Last one, behavior, environment, and belief. What you believe about yourself. And this is where I'm going to close at. In 1954, Roger Bannister, anybody might know him, some old school cats in him. My name Marshall might know him, he might not know. He ain't that old, he kind of old natured, but not old. I'm done, you know, I'm kidding. That's my dude, I can do that. We joking. He's the only reverend in 3D Church. Everybody else is minister and pastor, he's reverend now. But listen, man, there is, in 1954, Roger Bannister, he broke the 4-minute mile. He broke the record for the 4-minute mile. And everybody said it was impossible. Everybody said, man, you can't do that, man. And nobody ever did. They said, man, it'll push your heart too fast to the point where it busts out your chest. And that was the belief. That really was, just like they thought the earth was flat. They thought you push yourself too hard, your heart gonna bust out your chest. He was afraid. But he looked past it. He said the only way he was able to accomplish that goal, because he kept envisioning in his spirit him running past that finish line at 3:59. I'm saying today that some of us have to believe differently about ourselves. We've got to set ourselves free from ourselves. Listen, your subconscious mind is always eavesdropping on what your conversation is to yourself. Jesus. What you say to yourself while you talking to yourself on the inside of your brain, your subconscious thoughts, the things that move you are listening. They're sneaking in, listening to what you're saying about you. Release yourself. You got to begin to think different. You got to begin to believe different. Believe things that can happen. Believe you can reach some of these goals. Believe you can dream bigger than mom and them. Believe you can be the first person in your family to graduate college. Believe. God says, I'm waiting on you. Faith is only activated by the belief system. Tiara brought me some oil this week. She said, Pastor, can you pray for my oil? I said, no problem. I'll pray for it. But listen, I need you to understand that the power of the oil there's no power in this oil. I'm helping somebody today that just went home and poured oil all over their driveway and thought something was going to happen. The power is not in the oil. The power is in the faith of the symbolic belief that the oil represents. You want the oil to work in your life? Have more faith. Amen. He says, without faith, it's impossible to please God. Without faith, it's impossible to connect to God's promise. Without faith, there is no freedom. Hallelujah, in Jesus' name. Give God praise.